Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the season finale of College Football Frenzy. I am JJ Seggs, aka Baron Morton FC. It is time for the second edition of the College Football Playoff Roundtable. We got some familiar faces, we got some new faces, and I mean a lot of new faces. Starting with, let's talk about the returners. We brought back Mr. Ethan Bonner, aka the Delusional Hoosier, who really hasn't been so delusional this time around. In fact, he's pretty much been bang on about everything. So, welcome into the returner. We got Parker representing Texas A&M. We've got Lennon, my guy, representing Miami, aka the Drunken Caniac. We've got everybody's favorite Nico Hernandez, aka Dante Moore FC, representing the Oregon Ducks. And our new friend, our new brother in Christ, Akbar, representing the Oklahoma Sooners, aka God's team, aka the biggest frauds in college football. Hey, that's just my opinion. How we doing today, guys?
Doing great.
Doing
Love,
good. Doing good.
love to hear that. So, like usual, well, I wouldn't say like usual. Obviously, you could see I'm wearing a completely different team compared to previous years, and that is because somehow, some way, by touchdown Jesus himself, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish failed to make the 12-team playoff this year. Was there a conspiracy? Was this anti-Christian ideology? Was this from the word of Satan? Probably. But this isn't about them. This is about the teams that made it. As per tradition, we are going to start off with the debates between the teams that are going to be facing off this weekend. As we start off with our first matchup, the number 10 Miami Hurricanes, represented by Mr. Leonardo Garcia, and the number 7 Texas A&M Aggies, represented by Parker Kelly. Gentlemen, the floor is yours.
All right, I'll let you go first. Let me hear about Miami. Yo, I can't hear you.
He's choking like Carson. He's choking like Carson back in a big game, man. Get it together. You can't
Yeah,
handle it.
listen,
I
I'm back
get
in New
it.
York. The snow's messed up everything.
There we go.
We should be. Are we good now?
Yeah.
Yes, we are good.
My fault. All right. Like I was saying before, I was rudely interrupted by this horrible connection. A lot of debate whether or not we should be in the playoffs. The whole us versus Alabama versus Notre Dame debate that went on, but that's over. It's in the past, and now we are here. Saturday, we are headed towards College Station to face off against A&M to prove why we deserve to be here. Okay, a lot of debate about whether we should or shouldn't. The players don't care about that. They're here to prove why. 3 All-Americans, AP All-Americans on this team in Malachi Tony, Ruben Bain Jr., and Francis Mauigoa. Our players are hungry. They're stacked. We have an elite coaching staff. It's headed by Mario Cristobal. But I want to show emphasis to our defensive coordinator and Corey Heatherman, who is a finalist for the Broyles Award, which goes to show how elite this coaching staff is. Not only him, but also the influence of a player such as Jason Taylor on our coaching staff. And our players are going to be motivated. Okay, A&M, they got all this hype going around them being at home. I saw something that they only gave, I think it was 3,500 tickets to fans, trying to do their most to stop the Canes faithful and Hurricane Nation from coming in and tearing up Kyle Field. But it doesn't matter. You can shut us all out. Saturday, the player's going to prove Carson Beck back in an SEC stadium is going to prove why he is the man, why we picked him to be the successor to Cam Ward and lead this team. I'm not going to say all the way, because as much, as I love my team, I got to keep it real, but definitely past A&M in this first round.
All right.
All right. First, I want to start off with your 2 losses against 2 unranked teams. You went 24-21 at home against Louisville, and I'm not sure if it was a home game or not, but you also went 26-20 in overtime against SMU. What happened there?
That was in Dallas.
Okay, what happened?
That was on the road at SMU. That was correct.
No, but what happened with Louisville?
So the Louisville game, I was in attendance for this game as a University of Miami student. We get to go to the games for free. So I was in attendance for that game. And Carson Beck, we struggled a little bit. Our defense did our part. The offense just couldn't get going. And then when it mattered, miscommunication between the quarterback and the intended receiver and I was about to say Elijah Arroyo. I'm dreaming from last season. And Elijah Lofton, the other Elijah, miscommunication, and it was just bad play. And then as for the SMU game, on the road, feeling the pressure, no excuse. That was all. Both losses, I will admit, were on Carson. Just the playmaking and the decision, it wasn't there. I'll admit. But you want to use our loss. Let's talk about your loss. As an undefeated team, I believe 11-0. Then what happened with Texas?
So I will say
because we played Florida and beat them handily.
We also beat Florida.
Florida
we also handled Florida.
But Florida beat Texas. So in theory, you should have beaten Texas. So what happened there?
So I will say it was a rivalry game. So it's, of course, rivalry games the teams are always pumped up to the max, you know. So that's what I'll say for that.
Against a shaky Texas team this year. I don't care that they finished 9-3 and the whole Sarkisian thing about them trying to get in. This is a shaky Texas team, and you guys have been handily putting belt to ass throughout the year, with the exception of the South Carolina game. So I don't want to hear that. We can throw that out the window.
We were away. It was an away game like y'all's SMU game was. Y'all were in Dallas. We lost. I think it was a 2-score game against Texas, right? Is what we lost. We lost
27-17, if I'm not mistaken, was the final score.
I believe so.
So I will say it was an away game. We were playing rivals. Arch Manning just for some reason turned into SEC's best quarterback for one game. Never is going to happen again. That's for damn sure. That's all I'll say about that game. There's a lot of things that we did wrong. Marcel Reed, of course, he sold. Like, I'll say that. He threw 2 interceptions back to back on key drives we needed him to score on, and that's all I'll say about that game.
So what is your confidence
now, what do you
level
say? Because listen,
going into this
I don't
game?
like the. Oh, my fault, JJ. Go ahead.
No, go on. I'll save that for the last question.
Oh no, I was just gonna say, you said your question was about confidence, correct? Confidence going to the.
Yeah, confidence.
See, I don't like to use the counting numbers as like your sole reference point, because I feel like there's more to the game than just the counting numbers. But I feel like in this kind of environment, it's a good way to give people an idea of what you're going into. So if we want to do counting numbers, Texas A&M isn't statistically the best team. Like, I get the record 11 wins, but statistically, they're only top 10 in sacks. Everything else is top 15 or more, which means, statistically speaking, they're not that good a team. So
actually, we're 14th
of my team.
We're 14th in points scored, and we're 10th nationally for red zone success. So
my stats say 15, so I could be wrong on that. My stats say 15th. Okay. Point being, with those 2 exceptions, because I'll give you those for the sake. Everything else here that I have listed, you guys 34th in points and passing yards per game, 24th in rushing, 34th in rushing, yards per play, 19th. So you guys aren't that good offensively, and even defensively, you're the 4th team in the nation in allowed points per game, 22nd in offensive pass yards. So you aren't like standing out. You're okay. Meanwhile, you go to our defense to start with, 6th in the nation in offensive passing and points per game, 7th in offensive rush yards per game. We allowed the 8th least amount of touchdowns in the nation. So you can talk Marcel Reed and how he is this amazing dual threat quarterback. Our defense is going to put a stop to that. So my confidence is great. And then on the offensive side, listen, when you have the best freshman in the nation in Malachi Toney and this guy, Mr. CJ Daniels, number 7, best catch of the year, with our elite run game and our elite offensive line in the trenches, battling it out, as long as Mark Cristobal knows how to time manage and use the clock, we should be good. So my confidence is at 100%, 110% going into Saturday.
You are aware that you're entering the loudest stadium in all of college football by a country mile. Right.
And Miami has not played at a stadium with more than 70,000 students.
Miami went 7 straight games without even leaving the state of Florida, if I'm not mistaken. And you want to talk about our schedule. But go on.
It wasn't 7. It was
5 or
no,
6.
It was 7. Excuse me. It was 7. 6 at home and then 1 at Florida State.
6 home games out of 7 is absurd. I'm just saying. But what about you, Parker?
I was gonna say Miami has not played at a stadium with more than 70,000 fans in capacity yet this entire season, and they're jumping straight to 110,000 or more, depending on how many people buy a ticket. And just for
Less
the South
than
Carolina,
110, like I said, the 3,500 who will be in attendance. Shout out to them.
yeah, but also think about it. We only had 100, or we had the 5th highest amount of player or fans for just the South Carolina game, because that was the first home game in I think it was a month and a half, if I'm not mistaken. Just imagine how the first playoff game in fucking what is it, over 100 or almost 100 years. How many players do you think or fans do you think are going to come for that? That stadium is going to be completely packed.
Listen, the
There's
thing
going to
about
be
atmosphere.
Biggest game A&M has had there probably in program history.
The thing about atmosphere and stuff like that, we're not worried. We're not worried about the atmosphere. We've already had high intense games on the road at FSU to open the year at with Notre Dame at home. We've had.
By the way, the one
intense
sellout Miami's had all year. That was the one.
I think
one
LSU.
sellout they had all year.
I think LSU said the same thing last year about
the
how
game was also packed.
No, I was gonna say I think the LSU game last year, the players also said the same thing about how atmosphere does not matter. And then there was a clip of what's their quarterback's name, like Nutmeyer, something like that.
Yeah, Garrett Nussmeier.
Wasn't he covering his ears because he couldn't hear because of the amount of fans that were there? And that wasn't even like a packed stadium at that point. There was only, I think it was like 90,000 fans at that point. Yeah. Just imagine another 20,000 at that point.
Not to mention Aggies fans completely took over.
Well, then you know what?
Tiger. They took over Tiger Stadium.
You can go ahead and clip this moment. You can clip this moment. Go ahead. And then once we win on Saturday, you can either come back to show that I was right, it doesn't matter, or you can clown me. Go ahead. But I know it'll be for the use of me being right, and it doesn't matter because we're just going to go out there and do what we do.
Mm-hmm. How do you feel?
I hope as a birthday present I get to watch these guys lose on national television.
How do you feel about Cassius Howell going against your O-line?
I feel fine. We have one of, if not the best O-line in the nation. And again, let me double check with my stats here before
Cassius
start talking
Cassius Howell has 29 tackles, 19 by himself, 14 tackles for loss, 11.5 sacks, 6 pass breakups, and 1 forced fumble in the past 12 games. And in the Texas game, he was basically not existent because of how bad he played. But that was against a rival team. We don't talk about that game.
Listen, we have from each position, the starting 5 on the offensive line, we also have depth. So the thing is, what's so great about our offensive line is even if, let's say, someone goes down or is having a bad, like a few bad snaps or whatever, we can have someone else come in and help contain. So that's why, honestly, the offensive line is the least thing I'm worried about. My main concern is Carson Beck. If he can just turn into the Carson Beck that we saw against Notre Dame, the Carson Beck who we saw in the second half of last season against Alabama, that game, if we could see Carson Beck be the quarterback we know he can be, then everything else will play out. So the offensive line going against your elite player and your elite sacking defense and tackle for loss defense, I'm not worried about. What you should be worried about is how you are going to contain Malachi Toney. That's what I'm curious to know. If this guy can do it punt return, he can do it on the ground, he can do it on the air, he can do it throwing. All right, this guy, it doesn't matter the position. Hell, we'll even have him long snap and kick the extra points if we have to. How are you?
I just realized everybody in this stream
all year.
Everyone in this stream is older than Malachi Toney. Every single one of us.
I'm 19. Is he 18?
He's 17.
Damn.
No. He's already 18. He's already 18. He turned 18.
Just turned 18
during the year. Yeah.
Let me. You're gonna talk about him. Let me talk about Casey Concepcion, our senior this year. All right. So let me pull this up. 886 receiving yards, 9 receiving touchdowns, 57 receptions, hence his name, Casey Reception, like his nickname, and then 460 punt return yards. How do you feel about that? With one of those being or two of those, I'm pretty sure, being punt return touchdowns. How do you feel? How do you feel on him doing that?
I feel fine. You know why? Because I can answer back with this: over 1,000 all-purpose yards, 10 total touchdowns, 88 yards per game, and is sixth in the nation, in receptions, and he's doing this as a freshman. That's how I feel.
And then I'm also gonna bring up our running back Le'Veon Moss. He played just 6 games this season, and not even a full 6 games. I think he played 5.5, and he had 389 yards. How do you feel about him coming back against Dale's D-line? He's projected to be one of the best running backs in college football currently.
Like I said, we are the seventh best team in the nation when it comes to offensive rush yards. So I'm not worried. When you saw what we did to Jeremiah Love at the beginning of the year, and JJ, I'm sorry to keep bringing up Notre Dame.
It was CJ Carr's first game. Of course, you're going to put 9 guys in the box. Everybody and their mother would have known how to stop Jeremiah Love that night. It was CJ's first game.
Okay, but the point is, he is an elite running back. He was a Heisman finalist this year, and we put him lockups in a casket in a cell. You didn't know where he was that game. This is what we do
because we had no passing game.
Running.
Of course, we're not going to be able to run.
And if
we no passing game,
if you let Marcel Reed scramble out that pocket and go over the middle, them linebackers.
I don't think the linebackers are going to catch up to him.
You can rush the ball against us. You can try and throw it against us. Doesn't matter.
Lennon, I just want to bring this up for a second. You mentioned Jeremiah Love. How did you fare against one Isaac Brown of the Louisville Cardinals? Because he ran all over you from what I can remember.
Listen.
No comment, I guess.
Well, like I said, that was a bad game. No game plan. Or the wrong game plan, I should say. And we got exposed. That's fair. And again, in games like that, it's why it proves that at the end of the day, when it's fourth quarter and the big moments, you need your big time players to step up. A lot of our players did. The main guy didn't. And again, that's why I'll keep reiterating. My main concern is Carson Beck. So I don't worry about anything else. I just worry about Carson playing his game. I said at the beginning of the year, I wasn't sold. He sold me on a few moments. He sold me again. And not sell in like he's going to throw it away. Like, can he convince me once again that he's that guy? And I believe he will.
Alrighty, so that was about a 10-minute debate. We're going to bring the other guys on here, and they're basically going to judge you, either call you a genius or delusional. Really no in between. So we're going to start off with Nico. Nico, who do you got winning this game on Saturday?
Hello?
I can hear you, Nico.
What's up?
So what did you think? Who's winning on Saturday?
Man, I thought both of y'all debated all right, bro. Y'all was solid. Obviously, bro, people know me. I'm a supporter of one man, one quarterback, one man show, and that's it's robbed Heisman. He should have been a Heisman candidate, in my opinion. It should have been my guy Marcel Reed. Marcel Reed should have been in the Heisman talks, but they had to give it to Jeremiah Love since they screwed Notre Dame, or didn't screw Notre Dame. They rightfully did Notre Dame wrong. But I do like Texas A&M in this game. I mean, I don't think Carson Beck can go into the hostile environment like Texas A&M and come out with a win. It'll be a great game. I know the spread is minus like 3.5, but yeah, give me the Aggies to come out of this one pretty nicely. I say about a 10-point win.
Gotcha. Gavin, what about you?
I think I'm a lean Texas A&M. I'm a Florida fan. I saw what they've done all year. I really like what they did. I feel like that Texas game doesn't show how they play. I feel like they dominated a bunch of teams this year. Their schedule, people look at their schedule and say they didn't play anyone. They didn't play anyone. They came back down 30 against South Carolina. I feel like that holds weight. I really like Marcel Reed. Their defense is really good. Cassius Howe is a bad motherfucker. And yeah, they're going to beat Miami.
You're goddamn right he is. Akbar, what about you?
Well, battered Aggie syndrome for starters. So that's one thing. But then we also have to remember Miami's coached by Mario Cristobal, and he has a habit of screwing it up.
He really does.
Why do you not take the knee against Georgia Tech? That should have gotten him fired.
I've been wondering that question for 2 years now. So who we taking? We taking the choking Caniacs or battered Aggie syndrome? Which is going to
Battered
happen?
Aggies. I'm just going to pick Aggies.
Going to pick the battered Aggies. Bonner, what about you?
I mean, as much as I want to hate on A&M for their schedule, and as much as I appreciate them for letting Indiana slide up a spot, I think Marcel Reed was definitely snubbed from the Heisman candidacy. But I'm going to have to go A&M because they do have a 12th man that isn't on the field, but it's surrounding the field. And I think that'll play too much of a difference. Even though it's not a night game, I still think the fans are it's just different. And the SEC gauntlet, no matter who they play, the SEC is the SEC, and I just think they're better overall.
SEC is the SEC. I agree with all you guys here.
SEC.
I'm going with Texas A&M. I just don't trust Miami to go into an atmosphere like Kyle Field. I am well aware that if they lose this game, Lennon is going to be blowing up my phone. First, probably to wish me a happy birthday. Second, to call me a delusional loser. Simple as that. Because apparently I cannot catch a break with this goddamn Miami Hurricanes team. Their offense and defensive lines are both incredibly dominant. But again, you're not going into Kyle Field and getting a win, especially not in the biggest game in program history. So we've got ourselves a landslide for Texas A&M.
What'd you say that guy's name was?
What is it? Lennon, I said?
Okay, man.
He's no communist. He's no communist. So let's keep it not get it twisted. He is no communist. So a turn of events that I did not expect whatsoever. The Florida fan is representing the Alabama Crimson Tide. I don't know how this happened, but the floor is yours, boys. Time starts now.
Yeah, Gavin. Fuck your shit up, boy.
Gavin, you're representing the visiting team, so you can go first.
All right, I'm gonna tell you some points. 5 top 25 wins. After the FSU game, absolutely dominated. Went all the way through the SEC. Lost one game to Oklahoma, where we absolutely dominated. But crucial turnovers. They played the sticks really well. I can compare some stats. 23 first downs to 11. Outgained them by 200 yards, but pick six, some turnovers. Oklahoma outplayed them, and I'll give them credit. But I'm gonna tell you this right now: this team's gonna come out mad, and they're not gonna lose to this team again. I guarantee you that. Kai Simpson, I know he looked bad, but he looked bad last week. He struggled against Auburn and Jordan Hare. That place scares some people, but I believe in this team. I believe in this defense. Kalen DeBoer is a winner. He's won in the playoffs. He's played for a national title. He knows what it takes to win. They got a nice defense. We'll be waiting to see how Ryan Williams wakes up, see if they can get him going. But Oklahoma's defense is really damn good. So they're going to have to execute. They can't turn the ball over. And, yeah, that's my points.
What about you, Akbar? You're the drunken Sooner. What do you got?
Actually, I've never drank alcohol in my life, technically, despite what Red makes the joke in the that third college football video. I need to check out Akbar's fan, see if he's not blacked out under a freaking truck.
Jesus Christ. But yeah, go on. By the way, this is the game that I consider the fraud bowl. So I think both your teams are the biggest frauds in college football. One of you's got to win, unfortunately. Unfortunately, you guys both can't lose, and Notre Dame can pop in and take your spot. It don't work like that, unfortunately. So what do you got?
You know what the funny thing is? I'm also an Alabama fan. So again, I said this before.
Shot.
I said, no, I'm not kidding. Alabama's my backup team.
Oh my gosh!
I got an Alabama poncho right over there.
Jesus Christ!
Right off screen.
That's brutal. But what do we got on the Sooners?
I'm just gonna be brutally honest. I know this is probably not what you want to hear, but I'm gonna straight up say it. I honestly kind of agree with what's your name?
Gavin. Yeah.
Yeah, I kind of agree with him. I don't think Alabama is gonna lose again this time. I think they're going to get their revenge this time. Oh, look, I mean, look, Oklahoma has one of the best defenses in the country. That is for damn sure. Brent Venables can build a devastating defense. He did that at Clemson. He's done that at Oklahoma. The problem is we sadly have lost our offense, and we just I just do not really understand why OU can't build the offense right anymore. Apparently, we're supposed to be getting some good talent coming in, but again, that's not going to help in the playoffs now. That's the problem. But yeah, that's the offense is the problem. That's just like if the offense was even. If we had even like a C tier offense, these games wouldn't have been as close. We wouldn't have struggled with freaking struggled with LSU at home. I am so glad they watched that. They pulled out the Sooner magic on that one because I was watching that one. I will straight up say I will not watch this next game. I'd rather keep my sanity because if I start watching it, it's going to end up with me like watching Game 7 of the Astros Nationals in 2019 of me taking a broom, going out back and smashing it against the freaking fence.
You're an Astros fan?
Yes.
Yikes.
I'm in Houston, so
I'm a
my sports teams are weird all over the place. I'm a San Antonio Spurs fan in basketball, Dallas Cowboys in football. Don't get me started on there. I've been perpetually on suicide watch since the day I was since freaking 1996. And then Astros for baseball. College basketball, Houston Cougars and Wichita State Shockers, because I attended both schools, graduated from University of Houston. But yeah, no, to the Oklahoma-Alabama game. I mean, it's going to be a Norman this time. And honestly, I think OU can probably definitely do some damage against Alabama because it's just like Alabama has looked very fraudulent these last 2 weeks in the Iron Bowl against Auburn, which that should have never even came close to being a game. Like Auburn should not have had a chance to run down the field and almost get a touchdown there. That should have been over by the start of the fourth quarter, but Alabama decided, hey, let's keep Auburn in this for some reason. And then Georgia just immediately turned around and then just absolutely whooped Alabama. And just again, Ty Simpson looks like something's wrong with him. It's kind of like what's happened to John Mateer. John Mateer looked strong at the start of the season. Then he gets that injury against Auburn, which
I get what you're saying. It was a straight up beatdown.
What the freak is going on in the comment section?
Don't worry about it.
What?
Comment. I don't even read comments anymore. Just keep going. Keep going.
Okay, fine, but I'm just straight up.
Yeah, I see it.
Okay.
So it seems like we've got ourselves a little bit off the rails. Not a big surprise. I'm going to bring in the people, too, we got to say, because I have a feeling that we're going to have ourselves a 50-50 split on this one. Nico, I'll start with you once again. Between Alabama and Oklahoma, who you got taking this one?
Man, I really do like what Lincoln Riley's building at Oklahoma right now with Kyler Murray and them.
Okay, bro.
I'm just
Come
kidding.
on now. Be
I'm
serious.
No, I actually do think Alabama wins comfortably. I think Alabama wins by at least maybe 10 points. I know I've been saying that for a lot of people, but I'm gonna say 10 points or more. I like Ty Simpson a lot. I may like him as a college quarterback, but I do think he's gonna get somebody fired in the NFL. He's really good. I think that if Oklahoma's offense was a little bit better, I'd give it Oklahoma. I'm actually a little more shocked that with how Oklahoma's been playing, because the Oklahoma of the past, we've always seen them as a high-powered offense and a crap defense, and now I think the roles are reversed for the first time in years. But give me Alabama, man. I know both quarterbacks are not injured, but just they kind of battled through some injury issues throughout the season. But give me the Crimson Tide to pull this one out by 10 points.
Ty Simpson, I believe he's coming off Gavin, I believe it's a back injury they're saying Simpson has, if I'm not mistaken. It's either a back or a spine injury. Lennon, what about you?
For me, I'm going with the Crimson Tide. Oklahoma, before the injury to Mateer, were looking really good ever since. I haven't really been sold on any games, and I think in a game like this one, I just don't have the utmost confidence in Oklahoma. Granted, Alabama doesn't strike me with a lot of confidence either, but I think end of the day, Alabama's just gonna do what they have to do, go in, get it done. Simple. And I also
Connor?
have Alabama winning by 10
You
points
got
at least.
20 points? Damn. All
10
right.
points at least.
10 points at least. All right, Bonner, what about you?
I think the struggles of Oklahoma's offense is going to show here. And as JJ, as much as you say that Alabama's a fraud,
They're both frauds, man.
I would firmly disagree with you there. Just like how you doubted Indiana, all right? Just like how you doubted.
You'll have time to fucking shit on everyone's parade in a little bit, all right? You'll have that time.
It's fun. It's funny. But I think Alabama's still going to pull it out. I think Ty Simpson, despite this whole injury thing, I think he'll still be able to. I think he'll still be able to come out, do what he does best, and I think they'll pull it out. And either way, the winner's still going to lose to us anyway. So it's not
Probably.
but.
Probably. How about you? I haven't heard from you yet. What do you got between this battle of SEC schools?
Bama. I mean, I just don't think Oklahoma is very good offensively at all. And but I think it's gonna be closer than a lot of people think. I think Alabama wins by a touchdown. Late touchdown.
Wins by a touchdown. Gotcha. Parker.
Alabama wins by at least 10 in my opinion.
Originally I was thinking Oklahoma, but I think now Alabama's gonna win. All right. Well,
I wouldn't argue with you on that, and I'm the Oklahoma defender here.
Well, that was.
I'm a very big Parker fan tonight. Let's go.
Well, that was way too easy, unfortunately. So it's time we get into.
Hey, Oklahoma did their dang job. They made it to the playoffs. I don't care. I don't care if they freaking lose at home to Alabama at this point. They made it in. At the very least, that's at least one little thing we can get on Texas. We made it this year.
Pick a side, Akbar.
Texas will never be back, ever. I don't give a shit how far they go. Unless they win a natty, Texas will never, ever be back.
SEC shorts and Matt Mitchell roll call does hilarious. We have Texas as the number one. Yeah, I have a Manny. I bit him twice last year. I have a Manny. So what? Ole Miss had Eli. Look how that turned out.
Doesn't matter. The SEC sucks. That's my opinion. I hate the SEC, and everybody knows that. That's why I'm repping the Big 12. Anyway, this next debate is going to be a little bit.
You hate all.
You should be happy.
You're right. I do hate all conferences, as a matter of fact, especially the bum ass SEC. I hate them the most.
We love the SEC over here.
No, not the SEC.
The bum SEC.
Tank conference. We were.
Yo, Hube Wiener. What up, Hube?
The friggin'
What's up, boy?
How many times has the SEC won in like the past 50 years?
Well, this next debate is about to be interesting because, unfortunately, Ole Miss, the representative for them, pulled a Lane Kiffin, decided to abandon the team when he was.
That was funny, JJ. I like that you brought up Lane Kiffin. That was so funny.
Cool, whatever. Jake is unfortunately not able to make it, so we're gonna move right into. There's two debates, including top 5 teams, one of which includes my precious Texas Tech Red Raiders and Nico's Oregon Ducks. This one, so we've got ourselves Baron Morton FC versus Dante Moore FC, and believe it or not, apparently Nico has brought in an advocate for this debate. So, this is going to be a lot of fun. All right, send in the so-called advocate, I guess. Hey, Tom. Oops, I kicked him off by mistake.
Yo, what up, advocate? How we doing, advocate?
Wow. What is a Red Raider Ducks on top? Wow.
Yeah.
I see. All right, Nico, start it off. You guys are going to be coming into Lubbock in 2 weeks. Let's talk about it.
I love being on the stream. I love the streams.
You're a good guy, Tommy.
All right, bro. So real
Fix
quick.
that goddamn echo while you're at it, please.
Real quick.
Appreciate you, man.
I'm gonna keep it simple and straight, man.
I got you. Well, I can't fucking hear the stream on my phone.
Tommy, join off your computer. Okay. Anyway, bro, just to go off of it, man.
Give me 1 second.
The Oregon, I really do like the Oregon Ducks this year, man.
All right, we're good. We're good. We got it fixed. We're good.
I think Texas Tech's one of those teams that is going to suffer from the bye week. Oregon's offense is really, really good this year. Top 10 in all categories, I believe this year. They're top 10. And even shockingly enough, defensively, they're actually ahead of the They're ahead of the Red Raiders in overall total defense and offensive passing defense. The only thing that the Texas Raiders hold them over is actually rushing defense. And at the end of the day, too, quarterback play is at an elite level. Dante Moore is going to be one of the top quarterbacks in this draft. Dante Moore is probably the best quarterback in this draft class. I think off of ball placement, ball security, ball placement, pocket presence, agility, speed, arm throwing, and all three levels, he absolutely wipes. What's it called? Texas Tech has not played anybody outside of the Big 12, and the competition in the Big 10 is obviously way more superior than anything in the Big 12. I think that it wipes all Big 12. I think if you go band for band, put them all in the tournament when they're playing one another, the Big 10 competition will wipe Texas Tech. Also in run, and obviously, their run defense is one of the best in the country, if not the best. Oregon has probably one of the best and deepest running back rooms that we've seen in the Big 10. They have 4 running backs that they utilize all on different situations, on third down, shortage, on second down, on first down, even fourth and one even. Their running back depth is so deep that I don't think that Texas Tech can sustain it for that long. And especially Oregon's O-line, and it starts off also in the trenches too. Trenches wise, Oregon has one of the best offensive lines in the country, and to go toe to toe with Texas Tech, it's going to be really difficult. Obviously, Texas Tech's D line with David Bailey and the rest of them are really good, along with the linebacker core. But offensive line wise, the Oregon Ducks' line just is absolutely phenomenal. Dan Lanning does a phenomenal job. Yeah, everyone's saying that they lost 2 coordinators, but Dan Lanning is still there, and I'm pretty sure he can replicate exactly what the coordinators did throughout the season. And I just think that all around quarterback play, and it's going to come down to a factor. And I think that Dante Moore can go in there and play phenomenal. We've seen him play against good defenses. The Iowa Hawkeyes game is a great representation of a top defense in the country that Dante Moore went into Iowa and came out with a win. It's really hard for a lot of players to come out and say that they came out with a solid and a good stat line that game. Dante Moore in that game even came out with he finished with what was it? He had a solid 112, but Noah Whittington had 118 rushing yards that game, and he absolutely killed them on the ground. So,
What happened? Dude, what happened?
Cut out there for a second.
My fault.
Do I get a time to speak?
Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do.
Okay, got you. All right, appreciate it.
I think Texas Tech is a good team. I just don't think that they're a great team. And
yeah, I just want to say a couple things. So regarding Oregon, you know what? Fuck Oregon. They fucking suck. Dante Moore folds under pressure. He sucks. Texas Tech on top, motherfucker. This dude Nico doesn't know what the hell he's talking about. He is stupid. I love that thing on JJ's sweater. I love it. I absolutely hate Oregon. Dante Moore sucks. He's not a top quarterback in this next draft. Baron Morton is 1,000 times better than him. Texas Tech's defense is elite, and Dante Moore is going to fold under pressure. Let's go! Texas Tech, baby!
Wreck-em Red Raiders.
Take that Ojo down, boy! Come on!
I'm gonna give
another advocate that's in the backstage. I have 2 advocates.
Yeah!
No, you had your one advocate. You had your time. Anyway, this Texas Tech offense, one of the best in the country, averaging 42.5 points per game, 552 points scored, and only about 200-something points allowed.
Keep them coming, baby. Keep them coming.
It has been a dominant defensive season for this Texas Tech team, led by the man that should have been in New York City for the Heisman Trophy finalist, Jacob Rodriguez, with 117 tackles.
Yes, sir.
He's also joined by Ben Roberts and David Bailey, 2 absolute fucking animals on that defense. Also, a lot of talent on the offense with Baron Morton, the gunslinger. You've got a great running back in Cameron Dickey. 3 elite wide receivers in Reggie Virgil, Cody Eakin, and Caleb Douglas. Their 3rd wide receiver is their leader in receiving yards. That is how deep this Texas Tech team is. Bryce Pollock's got 5 interceptions. Ben Roberts had a fantastic Big 12 championship game against the BYU Cougars. They're 50% on third down. They are a team that will get into fucking third and short, second and short, and convert almost every single time. Their defense is one of the best in the country. I say second best defense in all of college football behind the Ohio State Buckeyes. And I don't think.
Why do statistics say that Oregon's better than them defensively this year?
because they played a lot worse offenses than Texas Tech did. Also, Texas Tech's, you got to keep in mind, Texas Tech's one loss came to Arizona State without their starting quarterback.
Hey, I
If
want
it wasn't for that
do we
game,
get closing?
they'd
Do
be
we get
4-0.
closing arguments?
Sure, why not?
All right. Well, I'm gonna let Nico go first, and then I'll go to end it off, and then we just leave and we go to the next segment. So Nico,
Fine
you
by
can
me.
go first.
I'm sorry. I just you're sitting here and you're telling me all this stuff about their offense being elite. I mean, Oregon. I mean, outside of running backs, obviously with Daly being pretty good, if that's what his name is, I believe. I think Oregon's 4 running back stacks well really solid against them. Like I said, they're gonna beat them in the trenches. Oregon is built on offensive line talent. They're built in the trenches. Yeah, bro. David Bailey's good. Whatever. But and that one linebacker, the Rodriguez dude. But like I said, offensive line is key, and that's why I like Oregon a lot this year because their offensive line is deep and it's good. And as much as you want to say about whatever, Dan Lanning has been to these playoffs. Yes, has he not won it all? No, but Dan
He got his ass kicked the last time that he missed.
Oh
But Dan Lanning, I think this is his get back season. Like I said, the Raiders have not been here at all in consecutive years. They have not been here at all in consecutive years. And at this point, whoever wins the battle in the trenches is going to win this football game. And
Yeah.
Oregon absolutely wipes them in the trenches. And that's why I'm going to take the Ducks.
Yeah. So my closing argument is the reason why I'm going with the Texas Tech Red Raiders is just because obviously I just hate Dante Moore. I despise that guy. As also well as my favorite quarterback in college football, Baron Moore, is also a Jew. And fuck Akbar, he's a retard.
Well done. That was something. Regardless, Texas Tech gives up 10.9 points per game, only 142 total points all season, which puts them third in the entire country, just behind Ohio State and the godforsaken Indiana Hoosiers.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna be really it's gonna be a really unfortunate game because I don't believe that this quarterback they have over at Texas Tech is gonna be built for this pass defense that the Oregon Ducks have. Big Ten comp is forever going to remain superior over any other ones except the SEC. And I mean, when it comes to elite quarterback play, Dante Moore has shown he can make elite throws in elite moments, and he can evade any pass rush and whatnot. And he's one of the lead. I don't know if he's one of the least sack quarterbacks, but he does not. Oregon Ducks do not give up a lot of sacks for my guy Dante Moore.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like Dante Moore is going to have himself a solid game, but I just think this Texas Tech defense is way too destructive.
You have to understand, bro, in moments that Dante Moore was held in adversity, he's overcome it. I think that Dante Moore, when he had to go into Penn State on a wideout when they were good and when they were ranked, that's a phenomenal win in itself for him to go on a wideout. How many quarterbacks can you say in their true starts go into a wideout and win?
Not many good teams. Penn State's not played many good teams over in whiteouts over the last few years. And they've played the likes of Auburn, Illinois, Washington. They haven't played Ohio State since, I believe, 2016 in a whiteout game. They haven't played Michigan in a very long time as well. I get it. The whiteout's an unbelievable atmosphere. But the strength of schedule for the whiteouts, this is the biggest whiteout they had in almost a decade.
And Oregon,
they don't play those teams like that anymore.
And Penn State, and obviously Penn State was favored in that game. And Oregon in itself, I mean, one loss to IU in a game where it was back and forth, and IU scored I don't want to say a garbage time, but there was like a garbage time field goal or whatnot. I mean, Oregon goes in, they dominate their wins. You don't really ever see Oregon in a close game that they should have lost. They have gone in and they have beaten the opponents that they should have beaten and moved on. Outside of the Wisconsin game, Oregon hasn't had a bad win. This Oregon team, I don't think will steamroll, but this Oregon team will win. I'm going to keep bringing it up because teams are built within the trenches of offensive line, and defensively, Oregon is set to match up well against Texas Tech. Kadeek Say or whatever his name is, the tight end that's supposed to be
Kenyon Sadiq. He's going to take one hit from Ben Roberts, and that's the end of his day. Let's bring on the panel and see what they got to say about this one. I'm going to start off with Gavin Wiggins.
All right, Nico's points are absolutely horrendous. Texas Tech is the number one run defense in the country by country mile. Indiana, if you watch the game, completely dominated Oregon. Oregon would have lost by 21, but Fernando Mendoza threw a pick 6. They got completely dominated. You said Penn State is a good win. Penn State
not.
won 6 games and was god awful.
They also didn't have a good win going into the Oregon game.
Had 3 points going into the fourth quarter. They struggled with. They snaked out a win against Iowa. They struggled with Washington. Like I don't know what you see in Oregon, and you don't see the same in Texas Tech. That's just me though.
Yeah, I'm thinking the same exact thing. So who do we got winning the game then? If when JMU eventually loses to Oregon, who do you got winning this quote unquote hypothetical matchup?
Texas Tech.
Wreck 'em. All right, Hub, you're up next.
Dan Lanning's a fraud.
What do you guys say about this game between Oregon and Tech?
I think Texas Tech wins by 2 touchdowns against Oregon. I just don't think Oregon's offense is good enough, and I just think Texas Tech is a way more physical team than them. I just don't think Oregon will be able to stay 4 quarters with all them. I think it'll be a close game going into the third, but once we get to the 4th quarter, I think it'll start going Texas Tech's way.
Floodgates are going to open up very, very quickly. Next up, we've got Parker. What about you? What do you got with this contest?
Hold up, you say me?
Yeah, sure. Parker's not responding, so yeah, you got it.
See, in my bracket, I put Oregon, and I'm going to have to stick with them only because I think they're going to start getting a lot healthier. And I think with the JMU win, I think it's something that's not too difficult to play. And they get their home crowd behind them. And I think that momentum builds off of it. And I just think that Texas Tech, their only 2 ranked wins have been BYU twice. I think when they face this Oregon team who has a lot of fight in them, knowing that their one loss was to the best team in the country, that they know that they have it in them. And I think that they'll be able to pull away.
Sounds good. So we got 2 votes for Tech, 1 for Oregon.
Yeah, I think it can go either way. It's going to be a 1-score game in my opinion, but I'm going to have to go with Oregon as well. I have them in my bracket, and I think that's where it's going to end up. It really depends on the 4th quarter, though.
Gotcha. All right. Lennon, what do you got?
Rip Lennon.
Guys, still feeling the stadium pulse of Kyle Field.
I Texas Tech beating Oregon, assuming obviously Oregon does their job against JMU. Texas Tech, Oregon. Why pick them? Like all year long.
Out of here.
Okay, yeah, get yourself figured out. I get you got to get into a hostile environment in 3 days, but yeah, get it together. Tommy?
Oh, yeah. I just think, Texas Tech has the best front 6 in football, and I'm piggybacking off of what my guy Gavin Wiggins said. He said it so perfectly. Like, I don't think anybody could have said it any better. And I know Nico's talking right now. Is there any way we can mute him? Because this is not his part here. But also, just want to say, Gavin Wiggins needs to be on the show every day, every time, because he's so smart. Brilliant what he said about Nico saying Penn State was a good win. That's just the stupidest take I've ever seen heard in my entire life. I love Jacob Rodriguez. He's my favorite player in college football.
How could you not?
Yeah, I know, exactly. And Baron Morton, man, I love the way he plays. I love his play style. And I think that Texas Tech wins in a landslide. And Dante Moore sucks. He'll never be good. And I hope he falls like a Shadur fall in the draft this season. So thank you very much, JJ, for having me on. I appreciate it, bro.
No problem, Tommy. All righty. So I feel like it's going to be a 50-50 split, I think, between Texas Tech and Oregon when it gets out to the mass public. I think it's going to be a very tight game. We are going to switch it up a little bit. I've noticed that since my Ole Miss person completely checked out and sold the bag, shout out to my guy Jake, though, who made every other episode except this one and the Week 2 one. Gavin Wiggins, you're a double agent. You're not only an Alabama guy, you're also an Ole Miss guy. Because we all know Tulane's going to get the belt this weekend.
Yo, don't talk about my coach. Don't talk about my coach.
I know you love John Sumrall, but unfortunately, Ole Miss is probably going to put the boots to him if I had to guess. But one thing is for sure, you're not only just Mr. SEC, you're also the biggest hater of Georgia. You're a huge hater of Georgia. It's something that I've known about you. So go on, rep the Rebels, and put this cocky son of a bitch in his place.
Well, JJ, I got some problems, man.
What are your problems?
I think Georgia will dominate them. They have no Lane Kiffin, who's been their anchor. I know the team's going to come out mad. Like the players are going to be angry and stuff. They lost their coach. They're playing for each other. I really like Trinidad Chambliss, Kawan Lacey. They got a bunch of guys.
Forget I said anything. Forget I said anything.
But I feel like just the demeanor Georgia's had this year. I mean, they ultimately should be undefeated.
I can't hear what this dude is saying.
Was a bad loss. They should have won that game. Had a bunch of penalties. It was an early game. They struggled. They had some fumble issues, but like I just feel like they've looked so dominant in the past few weeks. I just don't see Ole Miss winning, especially when they have Pete Golding as their coach. I know Charlie Weiss came back. But I don't see a way where Georgia loses.
Fair enough. I feel like everybody's here gonna unanimously say Georgia. So we may as well get to the next segment, which is the top 4 teams, basically giving themselves all the credit in the world and also stating claim of how they can win the national championship. Ethan Bonner, I'm looking right at you. I've doubted you guys all season long. I doubted you. Nico doubted you. Gavin doubted you. Everyone doubted the Indiana Hoosiers. Say your case, man. Show yourself to the world, and this is your time to talk about your Hoosiers.
Fuck Fernando Mendoza.
First of all, Heisman winner. Second of all, like last season, I'll also say this season, I don't think they will win it. Like, I'm very like unbiased when it comes to that stuff, but I do think they will make the Natty. The one way I think they can win is just playing as a team, and I think that's what they've been doing, and I think that all starts with Mendoza. I think the reason why that they've done so well, it's because of Signetti, and I think Kirby Smart. I think he's just their team in general is just way too experienced. They've been in these situations before, and I think Indiana, who has only played one playoff game so far, I think they'll be able to win a couple this season, but I don't think overall that they'll be able to continue that trend up against Georgia. I think the pressure will get too high. However, I think with the tests that they have had so far with Oregon, Iowa, Ohio State, they played both away to ranked teams during the regular season at Eugene and at Iowa. Really tough places to play. It doesn't compare to A&M, but Eugene is obviously really tough. I think they won 18 straight home games, I think, when it comes to Big Ten play.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah, and I just think overall, I think Indiana, they're a really good team. I think JJ, I think Indiana is a top 2 defense in the country, if not top 1. Yeah, I think the balance between the passing game and the running game, and like Mendoza said it best, like if you take away one, we still have the other. I think the only problem is the O-line, and I think even though the problem is the O-line, I think Hemby and Kalon Black, I think they're both so shifty. They're both hard runners. I think they'll still be able to be fine and make holes. And I think just the leadership of Mendoza and all the older guys, the more experienced guys, I think they know what they're doing. They know the situations they're in. And I think the test that they had against Ohio State, they know the shoes that they have to fill and keep going. And I think Charlie Becker, too, has just been a standout wide receiver. And when you take away Cooper and Surratt, Charlie Becker is going to be open 95% of the time. And I think he's been excellent so far this season. And yeah, obviously Signetti, he's won the AP Coach of the Year 2 times in a row. He's only the 4th coach to win it twice, the first to win it back-to-back seasons. And I think just the way that he coaches and the way he keep things going, I think he's overall just a really good leader. And when you have a good quarterback like Mendoza, who kind of follows that up as a player, I think that kind of just helps out the entire team as a whole, and that they understand that. And I guess like the last point I'll make too is it's kind of interesting, but Indiana has the oldest average age of any college football team this season. I think the past like 4 seasons. A lot of their players are juniors, seniors. I mean, we have a good class coming in. And so I think with that, I think that experience could be built in. Obviously not to the extent of like the big powerhouses like Ohio State and Georgia. But I think the way where Indiana's seated, I think they'll easily take down either Oklahoma or Alabama. I think they can handle Oregon again. I think they can handle Tech or Oregon. And then after that, it just comes down to Ohio State and Georgia, in my opinion. I think Georgia will win it, but I think I think Indiana will put up a really good fight. And like you got like JJ, you've been doubting me all this time. That's all I'm gonna say.
I have.
Every single week, the Penn State game, oh, that was a fluke. Like, you know what? Like, he has that clutch gene, Mendoza. Like, every time he throws a pick, he always responds. Like, you saw Oregon, you saw Penn State, you saw Iowa. It's every week. There's always something. And like, I don't know. I don't know what else like they have to do to prove you wrong, bro. Because there's always something, man. Like, just keep it building. Like, you're gonna keep hating. You're gonna dig yourself into a deeper hole. And if they do win it, JJ, just know I'm coming for your head, bro.
Deservedly so, because I was the most insufferable human being when the Irish went on their run. So it's 100% deserved.
Wait, can I ask the IU guy a question?
Yeah,
Sure, go ahead.
Hey man, so I got a question for you, man, because I don't know if you know me, man, but I really fucking hate IU, and I really hate Fernando Mendoza too.
He's the biggest IU fan on the planet.
I think Fernando Mendoza is probably one of the most. It's going to go down as one of the worst Heisman winners of all time.
I completely agree. Yeah, trust me, I agree. Yeah.
Okay, so let me ask you this now: do you guys do you believe that once you face a competition outside of Big Ten, do you guys think like SEC? Do you guys think that you're going to crumble, or do you think you're going to rise above the occasion?
Like if we play Oklahoma or Alabama,
I think Oklahoma or Alabama.
Honestly, no. I think like here's the thing, right? Like Big Ten, obviously, like playing in conference is different than playing out of conference. And the way IU's schedule is, like the first 3 games, it's always against like shit teams.
Well, the whole schedule is against shit teams, but yeah, proceed.
Yeah, sure. But I think just like first off, like Oklahoma's offense is complete dog shit. And Indiana's defense, the way they're able to hold Ohio State to 10 points, Oklahoma's not doing anything. Bama, I mean, I've been saying it. So like, I don't understand. Like Ty Simpson, yeah, he's good and all, and Alabama is Alabama. They're always going to be good in some capacity. I think they'll be able to keep up, and like it's kind of hard, especially for a second-year team who's kind of off that like winning mentality. Like no, everyone's going to doubt them, and I think they'll still be able to keep up. Like for example, like do you think Ohio State could beat Oklahoma and Alabama?
I think Ohio State could beat any team in this college football playoffs right now.
So then why don't you think that Indiana can either if they've already
because I don't believe that because Ohio State has proven that they can do that. Ryan Day has proven he can do that. Kurt Signetti hasn't proven a whole lot besides winning the Big Ten.
Wait.
Oh my God, here comes my
Alex Ryan. Outside of last year's run, Ryan Day has been a known fraud. Kurt Signetti, all he's done is win. Like the numbers are there.
Yeah, but also the fact that yes, you're saying
I don't know how you can't use.
You're saying that Ryan Day literally just went and did all this last year. What are you talking about?
I know, but you can't just use 1 year when 5 years before that he was a known.
Okay, well he's a national champion winner.
It doesn't matter. He was a known dropper. He's a $22 million roster.
Listen,
I also want to say too. I saw a stat the other day that Ohio State 37 4 and 5-star recruits. Indiana only has 7 3-stars. That's
Jesus
it.
Christ.
And that's because of the coaching. And if Jeremiah Smith was draft eligible this year, that is 2 top 10 draft picks right there based off their receivers. And our number 1 corner is 5'9". 5'9". That's it. That means you have to have a lot of safety help. The linebackers have to be on top of their game if they're playing zone. The coaching for that has to be like top notch. And Coach Signetti, like he's done everything in his power to coach this team and like kind of change up his game plan for whatever team he's playing. They have already played the best team in the country. I think. I think Ohio State could beat Indiana if they play again. I'll admit it. Yeah, but it's different. Like when you play a team twice. Like if we played Oregon again, like it would be a closer game. I think we still win. But the coaching is just on a different level compared to the top half of the bracket. I think Signetti, when you're comparing it to Texas Tech, Oregon, and Dan Lanning, I think Indiana is just better coaching overall.
And listen, I agree with you, man. I gave y'all the flowers, and other places I've given y'all the flowers, and I do not hate I don't hate the fact that IU is IU. I hate the fact that Signetti is who he was back then when he said, "Look me up, I'm a winner," and this motherfucker won at JMU, and I could have given shits about JMU. But no,
then he doubled down. Before the Notre Dame game on college.
IU. Listen, flowers to them. What they did this season was cool. It was awesome, historical. I do think that Fernando Mendoza is one of the worst Heisman candidates of all time, and I think and whoever would have won that award, it would have applied to the same person.
No, trust me. You can ask JJ. I'm the most unbiased fan for a team.
He is
like
and
that.
I've met your OC before. I worked on some football stuff with him with y'all's OC. So y'all are cool, bro. I just don't think at the end of the day, teams and people get humbled real quick. And that's what's going to happen to IU is they're going to get humbled.
Fun fact, Nico actually called the school the Indiana football phone number after the Oregon game. He was so angry.
Dante Moore failed me.
Dante Moore failed him. So, yeah. Here is his bracket right here. So, that's not it. Why is it? Yeah, there's his bracket right here.
That's mine.
Yes, this is your bracket.
You got your own team losing? That's respectable.
I'm telling you, I am the most.
He is the most unbiased fan you'll ever meet. I'm not even.
I don't lie.
He had Kansas City.
Now I feel bad with my list.
He had Kansas City.
I will say,
he had them going out in the first round.
I have damn near the same thing you do, but I have obviously Oregon beating IU, and I don't know. I feel like. I don't know if I should say that on stream. Never mind. We have the same thing. We have the same thing. I have like a weird hot take, but I'm not gonna say it because it's
holy crap. That's the same. That's the exact same as mine almost.
Really?
Yeah, I just picked the Sooners beating Alabama, but honestly, I was just contemplating. Should I at least pick my own team to at least win one game? Okay, yeah, I'll do that. Even though realistically, I was about to I'm just gonna pick Alabama.
IU fan, let me ask you this after looking at your bracket. I want to just see if you agree with me or not. Do you think that there's a world, this is what I was thinking about, that there's a world that the Aggies beat Ohio State? Is there a world?
100%. Yeah. Parker. That was the game. I think that's the game I played.
Parker, what do you think about that? You're the Aggies fan, Parker.
Oh, yeah.
I think I'm sorry, but are we going to really forget that Texas A&M wasn't one of the top 5 teams in the country for the entire fucking season?
Number three
team in the country. Listen, everybody knows this. I love Texas A&M too. I love Marcel Reed. Marcel Reed and Dante Moore are the two motherfuckers I'll glaze for the rest of my life. But I think that there's a world where the Aggies beat Ohio State. I just don't know how realistic that world is. But I mean, your bracket's damn near the same as mine. I have Ohio State winning, but man, out of all the games that are there, dude, that Aggies Ohio State game, it just gives me the side eye.
It very well could end up becoming a Notre Dame Georgia situation, but hey, we're gonna find out.
Hey, there is a world where Tulane can beat Ole Miss. There is a world where JMU can beat Oregon.
Okay? There is a world where Tulane beats Ole Miss.
Any given Saturday.
And that's because John Summerall is a fucking legend. Anyway,
hey. TCU was able to beat Michigan. Okay,
yeah,
TCU beat Michigan.
That is true. We will always find.
That's all I have to say.
You can always find a way to laugh at Michigan. But speaking of laughing at Michigan, the number 2 seed has done a lot of laughing at Michigan over the last few weeks. Whether it was the Jerome Moore incident, whether it was finally beating the team up north a couple of weeks back in Ann Arbor. Sawyer, the floor is yours. Talk to me about your Buckeyes.
What's up? So, I absolutely do not think that we could lose to Texas A&M. Obviously, it is a possibility, but I just don't think that their secondary can cover the absolute goated duo of Carnell Tate and Jeremiah Smith. Right. And I think that Julian Sain's going to be out for blood after how the media disrespected him at the Heisman. I think Jeremiah Smith's going to be out for blood after he was absolutely snubbed of the Bolitnikoff. There is not a singular.
How the hell was he to?
How is not a single.
How is Jeremiah Smith snubbed of the Bolitnikoff award?
There is not a single college football coach that would take
bro.
Jeremiah Smith right now. That's
you can say
y'all, bro. Ohio State
stats don't lie.
Nothing against
it's not who is the best. It's who is the most outstanding receiver. It's not stats. It's who is the best receiver, and Jeremiah Smith is absolutely the most talented
y'all play
receiver.
Nobody. It's because y'all play nobody.
What happened against
we played the number 1 team in the country to start the season.
Let's go,
Texas.
What happened against the Indiana secondary then? How'd you guys get shelled so bad? especially with a corner that's 5'9".
Oh God,
Bro,
bro.
Texas,
whatever weird reason,
Georgia beat
Julian
Texas
Sand was off his
35 to
game.
10,
I
bro.
ain't gonna lie, Sawyer. Nobody fucking with you because y'all the reigning champs, buddy. So like, you
Yeah,
just
I
don't
know,
have
Yeah,
I
Drew,
know, I
fuck
know.
Ohio State. Fuck Ohio State.
Fuck you.
Hey, Sawyer, listen, buddy. Listen, I took OSU minus like 3.5 last year, and y'all fucked me. So you can go
Oh
fuck
shit,
yourself.
fair enough, man. Fair enough.
You can go
I
fuck
mean,
yourself.
here's the thing.
Wait. You said 3.5?
That's what I lowered it to because it was at 9.5.
They won by 11.
Yeah, we won by 11.
I picked Ohio State to beat Texas A&M because I was just thinking A&M was just like, how the heck? A&M was looking fraudulent towards the second half, and then of course, then the Texas game made them look like, okay, yeah, I think these guys are probably going to fall apart.
Is that Hugh Wiener?
No, that was Akbar.
Man,
So Sawyer,
you, man.
What do we think about the?
Hey, don't you have battered Aggie syndrome, man?
He does.
That shit was not funny, bro. Keep that one in the fucking.
I don't think you understand, Nico. I don't think you've been around enough for college football to understand the battered Aggie syndrome joke.
I don't give a fuck about the battered Aggies. Marcel Reed could easily fucking dog that Ohio State team, buddy. It's inevitable.
Ohio State put 14 points on Texas, bro.
Okay. It was week 1.
Every other team has put like 40 points
It was
on them.
Julian Sand's first career start. Notre Dame's used that excuse.
His first career start
Yeah,
was
but that doesn't
two of
work
the best
for us.
receivers in the
It
country,
doesn't
bro.
work for us.
You just said it, y'all have two of the best receivers in the country, and he
It was
put
his
up
first
14
career
points.
start. That doesn't change anything. And Texas has had a
JJ,
good defense.
why do the two Ohio
Bro,
State
I could go out there and be the quarterback for Ohio State.
What did you? What
I
did
mean,
you
y'all have
say?
Jeremiah
I'd like to
Smith
see
and
that.
Carnell
I'd like to
Tate.
see that.
What
I'd
did you
like
say
to
about
see
the
you
Ohio
complete
State fans?
75% of your
Y'all
passes.
did God's work and you beat Notre Dame last year, so y'all did God's work.
I'm also a Georgia fan, bro.
Fuck off.
Fair.
We'll just knock Jeremiah Smith out the game this time.
Why do the two Ohio State fans look the exact same, bro?
Do we?
Sawyer and Jacob, I have no idea.
Sorry, buddy, but listen, man. I'm gonna just tell you this, man. It's either y'all are gonna go back to back, or y'all are gonna get packed up by.
Nah. I agree. We're either gonna lose first round or we're going back to back.
Marcel,
Here's his bracket right here. This is what he's got to.
damn, everybody got, bro. None of y'all picking Oregon, bro. Fuck all y'all. Y'all actually so fucking.
Bro, Georgia could easily beat Ohio State too.
Dude, you have the Hurricanes, dude. God, you definitely are gonna be donating some money on DraftKings on Saturday.
Okay. Wait. You said nobody was picking Oregon. Hang on. Wait. What did I put on my bracket?
Akbar again. Akbar, man.
You took Tech. You took Tech.
Okay. Oh, yeah. I did pick Texas Tech over Oregon, but honestly, I feel like that could be a much closer game.
I'm not gonna listen, buddy. Hey, listen, Sawyer, buddy. Like your takes are getting colder and colder. Because why the fuck am I looking at the fucking Hurricanes in the second round, buddy? Why am I looking at that?
I don't know, man.
Did you just click buttons and you're like, fucking?
No, I did not just click buttons.
And he has Oklahoma moving on.
Yeah, listen, buddy. I'm gonna give it.
Alabama got packed up in the SEC championship
Hey,
game.
Sawyer, I'm gonna give it to you.
Yeah, that's why Georgia could beat y'all, bro. Easy.
Hey, Hugh Wiener, buddy. Let's just take a seat in this one, okay? Let's just let the grown men talk. All right?
Well, he's up next, so I'm not gonna wait.
It's okay. We're Hugh Wiener FC until he until now.
We're gonna find out how it goes. You're up to talk about your Georgia Bulldogs. Fucking put me out of my misery.
Time to go.
Am I talking about the Ole Miss game?
Just talk about Georgia entirely.
Time to go to
I
sleep.
mean, we're gonna beat Ole Miss by multiple touchdowns because we've gotten better.
Touchdowns.
We beat them by 8 the first part of the season. We've gotten way better since then. Our defense has gotten better. Our offense has probably gotten better. Mostly everything's gotten better. They have not improved at all. They've been the exact same all season, and now they don't have their head coach. And then we'll play Ohio State, and I don't think Ohio State performs good against good defenses. Every time they play a good defense, they do nothing.
Wow.
So I think Georgia would beat them.
Yeah, me and Sawyer disagree, buddy.
By 3 points.
Me and Sawyer don't fuck with that take.
And then we'll move on to Natty versus Texas Tech. And I think that'll be a very physical game.
For fucking Natty, I think I'd rather see IU.
So somehow, some way, I don't know how this was remotely possible. Hub basically saw my assignment, copied the entire thing word for word, and did not get caught.
Dude,
we have the same exact bracket.
This dude Hub Wiener over here is trying to win some money on DraftKings because what the fuck am I looking at?
This guy literally took my exact bracket in full detail.
I mean, I didn't even know what your bracket was. I don't look at that
Hey,
stuff.
all I'm gonna say is, man, last year all the teams that had a bye, didn't they all lose?
Yes, they
Yeah.
did actually.
Yeah.
Can't forget your team was
Yeah,
one
yeah,
of them.
yeah,
Harvick, can't forget your team was one of them.
Trinidad Chambliss has the chance.
Your
My team was one of them.
Trinidad Chambliss has the fucking has the greatest fucking. He can do the greatest thing of all time in some.
Hey,
fucking-
Nico, since we're on the subject of Oregon, though, and bye teams, weren't you guys down 34-0 at halftime against Ohio State?
Hey, JJ.
Oh gosh, I remember that game.
Yeah,
Oh
34
Lord,
That
that
was
was
a fun game. That was
Hey,
a
I
fun
got a
game.
question, JJ. What?
It was
what time-
worse than that. It was like
Hey,
40
hold on,
something to nothing.
wait, JJ wants to take shots. JJ, what time are y'all playing in the fucking college football playoff? I don't see you guys. I see Miami. Where's you guys at?
Why is the
We're,
Michigan State fan talking?
Oh my god.
Exactly.
Here's the Florida fans talking, guys. But watch out, the 4-8 season's gonna be lethal this year. Shut up.
4-8 season's gonna be legal.
Wait, who the hell are you talking about?
I'm talking about you, bitch.
Yeah, well, maybe because we had a head coach that is mentally retarded. Number
True.
one, our quarterback
Big
couldn't
name,
throw,
Big
I'm
name.
going, bro.
and
Stay on
three,
me.
we play in the hardest schedule in the country where the big boys play, buddy.
Hey, Akbar, I'm getting real fed up of your shit today. I'm not gonna lie.
The SEC is where the big boys play. I agree.
What did
But,
I
The,
do?
the SEC has never lost a hypothetical game.
That's true.
Shut
SEC.
up! I'm so Big Ten. Y'all Big Ten fans. Y'all play 3 good teams a year.
Gavin has a good point there. The Big Ten is so top heavy, and then everybody else is crap.
Let's just show
No, but I agree. I agree. The Big Ten's 3 best teams are better than the SEC's 3 best teams. But overall, the SEC is better.
Hey, Sawyer, let's just show who won the last 2 national championships, okay?
Yeah, exactly.
Bro, you are a Michigan State fan. You're not a part of this, little bro.
What conference were they from? Hey, Gavin, I don't know who the fuck you're talking to, but I'm gonna need you to fucking pipe down over there.
I'm talking to you before I get my boy Akbar on you.
Nico, what was your bracket? You never sent it to me. What was your
you know what my
your
bracket
playoff
was?
bracket?
Can I see the bracket real quick?
Yeah, sure. Let me
Let me
pull
see
it
the
up
bracket
for
real
you.
quick. I just need to see it because I don't remember it off the top of the dome.
Give me a quick second. Let me.
Hey, Akbar,
pull it
I'm
up
gonna need you to tone it down, okay?
What did I do wrong?
Everything.
Just relax, man. All right, so brackets coming in 3, 2, 1. All right, here, Nico. This is the bracket.
All right, y'all are getting ready for this cinematic bracket. All right, obviously Oregon is gonna beat the brakes off of James Madison. Fuck that little Cinderella bullshit. Alabama, Oklahoma. Give me Mr. DeBoer. I love that name. Give me Mr. DeBoer. Tulane, Ole Miss. Give me Trinidad Chambliss. Unlike the other moron, I'm not going to take Miami. Okay. Give me the Ducks.
Ooh.
Give me Alabama.
What?
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 Really? Really?
You okay?
Yeah. Hey, buddy. Hey, Akbar, mute yourself because
Bonner.
I'm just waiting. I'm watching the whole thing.
All right,
He
so
just picked Alabama.
yeah, dude.
Louisiana.
Dude, I'm sorry. Fuck IU. Once they fucking see what SEC looks like, it's cooked for them. Can keep going. I'm not done. You ready to see?
Nico's retarded college football takes her back.
All right, yeah. Let's keep going. Let's keep scrolling. Keep scrolling.
Ole Miss, Georgia.
Give me the Dogs. And then give me let's play. You know what? Fuck it. Let's play that hypothetical.
Oh my god.
Texas A&M. Give me the fucking Aggies, baby.
I love it. All right, Oregon and Alabama.
Well, my guy DeBoer and Ty Simpson were cool while it lasted, buddy. Give me the Ducks.
Oh my god.
This is Marcus Mariota revamp, buddy.
Oh my god.
Then give me the Aggies.
Dog.
All
Give me
right.
Marcel Reed versus Dante Moore. This would be a lethal college football fucking.
Kick him off the show. Kick him off the show.
Pick your winner, Nico. Pick the winner.
Go Ducks. Quack, quack, bitch.
This is how you guys know Nico knows nothing about college football. So there's one thing we have learned about the Oregon Ducks. Say it with me, everybody. 1,000 jerseys, 0 national championships. And they never will win a national championship. I would show you my bracket, but it is the exact same as Hub's. We've basically run out of time because we all know Parker's delusional ass took Texas A&M to go all the way because he is suffering from the largest case of battered Aggie syndrome this east of the Mississippi.
Could we?
Thank you all for watching this edition of the College Football Playoff Roundtable. It is getting pretty late over here on the East Coast. I want you guys to get out of here, enjoy the games, and we will see you guys right back here on Saturday night.
Barnes a racist.
For
He
some good
break
old-
my existence.
For some good old Miami versus Texas A&M, maybe some Alabama, Oklahoma.
I'm never
As
doing
for
this
every-
again with you guys. I'm sorry. I'm not coming back for this. I'm sorry. I had no idea I was going to enter this. I'm sorry.
No worries. That is all for today's show. I'm Jay Seggs, and for everybody on the panel, we will see you guys on the next.
We're parked out by the tracks. We're sitting in the back and we just started getting busy when she whispered, "What was that?"